And so it begins, right? So very manicured. And so this is what's happening. This mantle, they rebuilt. Their whole deal. Hopefully the Caribbean way is back. Interesting. So yeah. So we talked to Randall, Ajay, and Lillian Allen, and they were here doing this.
Okay. It's my COVID's room.
Randall.
How you doing, sir?
Good. So what does it mean for you to be a part of this?
To be a part of this is an honor. I think to be able to come into spaces like this, Espirina House, and dismantle what's of the past and reimagine what the future looks like is incredible, especially for myself, someone who really stands on the shoulders of elders who've been here before me. But it's also amazing to be here with Lillian Allen and have the opportunity to share space with her, to do a workshop with her. And I'm just grateful for Umbreen and Gordon for all that they've done just to be here. It's a beautiful thing.
Brilliant. Have you done your piece already?
I did. I shared a couple poems
it.
a little bit earlier. Shared a couple a little earlier.
And tell people about what you're doing right now.
I'm doing a lot in the community. As the Poet Laureate of Ontario, I'm traveling quite a bit. I'm trying to move a little bit more around the province just to take the opportunity to share my love of poetry and the power of poetry and expression to young people. So I was in Thunder Bay last week. I was in Kincardine last week. 2 weeks ago, I was in Vancouver. And right now we have an organization that I run called Rise. We have a couple programs that are coming up, and throughout those programs, it's giving young people the platform to express themselves, to fall in love with themselves all over again through art.
Beautiful. And what is the most powerful thing for you to be the Poet Laureate that you've been able to do, achieve, happen, please?
That's a really grand question. I would say for me the most powerful thing that I've been able to do with the Poet Laureate position was, it's happened a couple times, but I'll share a poem, and then a young person comes up to me afterwards and tells me what they're dealing with and says, hey, like today I was thinking about how I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, and you came here today, inspired me and helped me realize how good I am. Like, I think we all have a gift here on this earth, and what you're able to do with your gifts and how they help serve, how they help make the world a better place. We're here talking about superheroes today, and it's about find the hero in you. And as a Poet Laureate, people may see me as a hero, but I'm just an everyday person. I'm just glad that I have these gifts and I found my purpose at an early age. And I just want to inspire, I want to empower, I want to motivate through my words.
Beautiful. Do you mind coming over here with Lillian? I just want to, because it's I've known Lillian forever.
Okay.
Lillian, I'm so happy to get the two of you in the same frame.
Here we go.
Beautiful.
Here we go. So I bring them in.
So he was just saying what it means to work with you, the inspiration. What does it mean for you to work with someone like Randall?
Oh, it just means so much. I mean, I don't know if you're here when you were talking about
I just came in, yeah.
Umbreen, legacy. This is what we have wrought. This is including you too, Doug. We have worked for this. This is our labors. It opened up space. created this possibilities for, the younger generation. And to see them, go beyond our own expectations. Like, they're brilliant. Where do they get it from? and so caring, right? It's like, I'm telling you, I'm so happy. It makes me so, every day I get up and I'm so happy that I lived long enough to see not just, this vision, but some of the fruits of my labor. I would take credit for it.
She should.
Yeah.
You inspired. The thing is, what I love about Lillian is like Lillian's inspired a generation that inspired me, but still through her work inspired. So it's like this twofold layer of inspiration. You know what I'm saying? But what's beautiful about it is like to be able to see your fruits come to life, for them to bloom. I'm a product of her work. All the seeds that she planted, my art is a product of what she showed was possible, and even what was not possible then that is possible now is because of the work that's been done. So, yeah,
It's beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. What does it mean for you to be part of this event, this whole Dismantle event, Lillian? Because I asked Randall the same thing.
Well, this is a long, protracted kind of very exacting work. I don't know if you know, but like 25 years ago, 20 odd years ago, I actually opened up here a bit in terms of consulting with the city and had some of this kind of work happen. And then, of course, everything takes, it's Toronto, so we love stuff that bubbles up and then we back off from it. So it took another 2 decades for it to blow open like this. So it's really important. These are our spaces. I look at the physicality of it. Excuse me. And it feels like the Caribbean. Sorry.
It's all right, it happens.
I'll give you some water.
All right, I think your camera's ready.
Let me get some water. That's all right, it's human, As you're going through.
Yeah, post-COVID.
It's all right. And Randall went all the way there to make sure he gets some water. Yeah, man.
I mean, it's a beautiful garden, but these are our kind of spaces in the country.
Yeah.
And these are things we grew up with. We love these, although we didn't own some of it. We know it.
Gardens, right?
Gardens, yeah.
These big gardens, these big parks, big yards,
Big yards.
right? That people have all over the African diaspora,
Yeah.
right?
And no equipment nor nothing. You and nature, right? Yeah.
I can approach Madison and
But you're saying that it's been a long time,
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. And, it takes one or two really brilliant people. And Umberine she just kicks butt. And, make sure that things open up. And we just hope we can sustain it, or things are transformed enough structurally that the next generation don't have to keep fighting or fight for something like this again.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, my sister.
All right.
And we've been at this a long time.
I know. This is a brown city.
Exactly. I love it.
Gordon is going to be reading from this wonderful book, Parker Looks Up. And so if your children would like to hear a little bit of a story.
哦，等这放我呢，我在赶。要换尿布啊，往这里放，这个地方放吧，这个地方。
Vanessa, and then you put your hands up and I see those.
Oh yes.
No, your fingernails.
Oh, my fingernails. Yes. My fingernails are popping.
Beautiful. And you have the T-shirt. Is this your work? Here?
Yes, this
Okay,
is.
so tell me about this work. What is this?
So Super Summit is the first African Kid superhero series, and I'm the producer. And she uses STEAM powers as her superpower. So she uses science, technology, engineering, arts, and math in order to save the day against this evil AI robot. And it's all set in Africa. We have Lupita Nyong'o as our co-executive producer and voice artist. And we're in our 3rd season. We have toys, we have books, we have the whole world, all African, all science, all education, and all fun. So you must check it out. It's all on YouTube. YouTube Originals, the first 3 seasons. Super Sema. Check it out.
Beautiful. And all this stuff is connected, right? All of
Yes,
this
this is all connected. So this is kind of an area where all the kids are doing like a science experiment.
Right.
And showing how science is connected to art and how we are so close. As scientists, you are so close to being an artist. It's all combined, and we shouldn't be afraid of those subjects, especially as people of color. We have to embrace not only just sports and entertainment, but we also have to embrace science because it's all around us and we can do anything that we set our minds to.
Absolutely.
So I want the next generation to know that too.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
You're
Beautiful.
welcome.
What does it mean for you to be a part of this Mantle, this whole thing that's happening here?
It means everything. You know, I'm from Toronto, born and bred. I grew up in the country of diversity, and that's part of the reason why Super Sema was so important for me to do. But then I went out in the world, and I was often the only one in the classroom, the only one at the table, the only one in the room that looked like me. And so for me to be a part of like Afro-Canadian artists and celebrating diversity and celebrating the next generation who's going to carry that forward, it means the world. It really means that I'm part of the change, and that's all that we want to be. You know, we really want to be able to be people who are going to push the dialogue forward and to ask the right questions. And so I just hope that all these kids here, you know, doing these experiments and learning a bit more about Super Sema also think about that. And for Toronto, I think it's a new era. I think it's important for, you know, not just diversity to be celebrated, but also representation, systematic representation across all spheres. And so it's nice to be a part of a team of not only just diverse, talented men and women, but also really people who are committed to making sure we start turning back the hands of time and making sure that we're all in different places of power. And I think that is where change will be the most impactful.
Great, thank you.
You're
Thanks so much.
welcome.
Thanks, thanks.
Your phone is ready, I think.
I'm zeroing in on your Toronto hat.
Oh, sure. Available in the Toronto History Museum shop.
Great.
No way.
And
Good
here
to
as
know.
well.
Good
This
to
is
know.
Nina.
Wow, this is kind of cool. So there's flowers that you take for Mother's Day.
Yeah, would you like a bouquet?
I probably should get to working on one. Ah. I'll come back though. You'll have more flowers, I hope. Maybe later.
We still have a few more to bring out.
Okay, good, good, good. Thank you.
No worries.
Okay. So I'm going to get started. People can join as I'm talking if you'd like. I'm going to start talking a little bit about something that's really important to me. If you don't know who I am, my name is Gordon Shadrach, and I am the lead artist and co-curator on this show here at Dismantle. Now I like to make so the time of my presentation is see what you can be. And this is something that's really important to me because it talks about something that is still really important, that will be important for a long time, and we'll see what that is right now. So you can see the sign, the screen, it says, what is representation? When I was little, there weren't stories or there weren't really books that I was seeing around in Canada that represented people who were black, people who had dark skin or brown skin like me. And so I actually remember this my entire lifetime because it was so important to me. I remember just reading the book and looking at the pictures. And it's called The Snowy Day. Does anyone think they know what this book is about? Yes? A snowy day. Do you think anything happens in this snowy day?
Yes.
What do you think happens in the snowy day? What? They might find a friend, yes? Christmas, that usually happens around the winter, in the wintertime too. That's a good guess. Yes?
Get the day off school.
You could get the day off school. That's a good one. But nothing really happens in
He
this
is a
story.
teacher. We
It's
know
just
that.
a boy outside in the winter, going outside, playing in the snow, coming home, being taken care of by his mom, taking off his wet socks and his snowsuit, and him having a warm bath and then getting ready to go to bed. So the story wasn't even that remarkable, but it left an impression on me. And I've done a little research on this book, and this book was written by Ezra Jack Keats. From what I've read, it is one of those, may have been one of the first books, picture books for children that just featured an African American, a black child. It ended up winning some awards, and at that time, you didn't see books like this. And it was just a simple concept. So I would love to say things have changed. They have changed. They've gotten a little bit better. But one of my battles as a teacher was making sure that I found books that represented a whole different ways of people living, not just in certain stereotypes, and not in certain ways that we come to expect. And I still don't really see people just living their lives in TV shows and in movies. It's a very challenging way to grow up, because you don't see people who are really just doing what you're doing. I was raised by my mom and dad. Both of them were teachers. My mom was a teacher librarian, so that's probably where my love of reading came from. But I was also taught to look at the media that I was getting, the books, the movies, the TV shows, and seeing who was being represented and who wasn't being represented. And they also taught me to look at if there were people who looked like us being represented. They asked me to question, how were they being represented? So sometimes representation can be good, but especially when you're little, when you're young, you want to see positive representation as well. It teaches you things. It teaches you to imagine, to dream. It teaches you about possibilities. So I'm now an artist, but I actually didn't study painting and drawing when I had a chance to. And the reason why, when I went to OCA 100 years ago, so I was more 280 years ago, but 100 years ago, I went to a college called OCA. And I didn't see people who looked like me in drawing and painting. So I didn't think I could be an artist. So I didn't study those things. So I taught myself over years, and I went back to school eventually, but I still didn't study drawing and painting. But I just did a big show in here. I'm glad it happened when it happened, but it also made me realize that there are so many years that I could have been doing a different kind of work. I could have approached art when I was younger and I wasn't so old with a bad back, but I absolutely am happy that I'm doing it now. But that's why representation is important, because our children need to see what they can do and what they are able to do. Now the next slide I'm going to show you is prepare yourself. It's got a bit of a trigger warning. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Thank you. Thanks. All right, can someone tell me who this person is? Yes?
You.
It is me. You're absolutely right. I always love showing a little me, because I would love to go back in time and tell little me about the different possibilities that were available to me. And even though I had very supportive parents, I had parents that told me, if you want to study art, study art. If you want to study fashion, study fashion. If you want to study journalism, study journalism. I put a lot of blocks in front of myself because I didn't see it being possible for me. I trusted my parents and they supported me, but I just didn't see it as something that I could really do because I didn't see enough people who looked like me doing it. So, this brings us to the book that I'm about to read. This is a story called Parker Looks Up. It's written by a little girl named Parker Curry and her mother Jessica Curry, and it was illustrated by Brittany Jackson. And it's based on a true story. And it's based on how art can make a difference. So I have the book in front of me, but I'll also show it to you on the screen.
This is incredible. 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 Oh my God, the fabrication is, you know what it's made out of? It's made out of that material that they use for, you know, those, like this. This you'll recognize what I mean. I can't even describe it, but it's this wonderful tarpaulin kind of material. It's brilliant. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Wow. How good is this? And I even love the idea that there's ripping. You know, because sometimes things don't have to be precious. It's about the wear and tear of life. How stunning is this? My goodness. Oh, I love this. You know, I'm thinking about his clothes, like a jacket or a shirt. That's terrible. As important as this thing is, and what am I thinking? Oh, fashion. What could be done with this? You know, I have a jacket in this, the blue material of this. Oh my God. I mean, beyond the fact of the quilting idea and what quilts were as things that sent messages to help. Wow, this is brilliant. So brilliant. Wow. There is the city. And there's a little one who knows he's got his way. He's making his way to where he wants to be. And Daddy behind him. I mean, Daddy, not a daddy, but I guess could be a daddy as well. But look at this.
So did you put the oils on yours? So okay. Yeah, so 3/4 of the oil. So you had the lemon and the bergamot as well. The lemon. You had the lemon, right? And the bergamot. Yes, perfect.
And then you wait 1 day, and then it'll smell. Like the smell is gonna be really great.
Alessandra is here.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Can we go?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. This is the lemon. Yeah. So you're gonna do 7 drops.
Alessandra is here? No?
No, she just had a child.
Yeah.
When you have a child, you know.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Follow me. Lucinda loves cake.
Okay, Lucinda loves cake. Why not?
Hello.
Great. All right.
And 7.
And I guess there are yoga sessions at certain points.
Yes, meditation. Yeah.
Meditation. Okay, great. Thanks.
Find my,
Oh, look. I got to catch a little meditation.
your kindness and your acceptance to love, to happiness, and to yourself. So as I didn't prepare this meditation, I just want to add some affirmations that I usually do that makes me feel good. Let's end this meditation on a positive note. So I'll ask you to either say this affirmation inside of your mind, or you can say them out loud. But you can repeat these affirmations silently. I am deserving of love, of joy, and abundance in all areas of my life. I am confident in my abilities and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. I radiate positivity and inspire those around me. I trust in the journey of life and have faith of my time. I am grateful for the blessings and opportunities that come my way. And when I say these affirmations, I really want you to feel them while you say them. If you say them daily, you will feel a lot of gratitude in your life. I am centered and at peace.
So great. So great. Look at this. She's somewhere going, "Me come here with my friend, me make plan, and now you abandon me." And I need to be held accountable for that. Or I did disclosure though that I was going to videotape, and she said she's going to go get food while I do this. So she'll come and do this while I go get food, which is not the plan. We should be sitting together, but alas, I'll apologize profusely. And then here you have, oh God, I love all these references.
And you're going to take this edge and line it up with that edge. So you're basically taking the square and making it.
She's teaching them how to make the butterflies. And here is the pattern or blueprint. Learning.
And here's my tip to you. So this is not in the instructions, but it is very helpful. Once you've done this fold here, you're going to actually fold it back on itself as well. So do the same fold, but in the reverse, along the same edge. Why? I'll show you.
Beautiful. So here we go.
That might have been a wasp. Oh, it was a wasp. It was terrible. In Thailand, they only have 3 major foods: Thai, Italian, and Indian. That's it. Mind you, I've got my full-on Thai, my full-on Indian.
I was gonna say the Thai food must be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like real.
Not coming back for more love. I just need to do it.
Oh.
It's
You ate it. You ate it.
I love cooking stuff.
You liked it.
It's better than you thought, huh? Yeah, I like that answer better.
If you guys want more, if you're walking around, you know, you can go to the back and get like bouquets of flowers.
And like make your essential
You can make essential oils. It's all free.
It's all free.
You guys must
We
have
made
them.
some. It comes. You put it
Go
in
this
your own
way.
bottle
Go this
and
way,
you can
and
roll it
you
on.
make it yourself.
Oh, that's adorable.
So they have
No, like look.
different, yeah.
And it has a little roller.
Yeah, so you can like roll it on. Yeah.
I love that. And they have the meanings behind what each scent is and what it helps.
A lot of them are for anxiety. So if you suffer from anxiety,
A little
it's very
depression.
good. We all do.
A little anxiety,
We gotta get
depression.
two more. Hi.
Hi, is Latoya here?
I am.
Hey, Latoya. So what does it mean for you to be a part of Dismantle, this whole event?
I'm black. It's amazing. No, it's really cool what the city of Toronto's doing. What Umbreen is a goddess. Like what she's done, how she put this together. And then Gordon with all. I don't know if you got to go check out. Like, oh, Gordon's flipping amazing. It's Latoya, but really it's the team.
The team. And who's your
I'm
team?
not doing the work, and
Who's
they're
your
doing the
team?
team.
Who are they
I don't know
today?
where they're all running off to.
What are
I
their
do
names?
have Andrea here, and I have Tasha here.
Great, hi.
How are you?
Yeah.
What does it mean for you guys to be part of this?
It's actually an honor to
It's
support
about
things.
time.
Here, you
It's
guys
about
talk
time.
It's
I'll
about
serve this
time.
You guys talk
Great.
to them, I'll serve
It's
them.
an honor.
This is
The
an
city
honor.
of Toronto's celebrating so much, using these amazing spaces and introducing people to new things. That's the best
The
thing.
doubles.
See people enjoy your culture,
Yeah, the doubles.
enjoy your
They're
food.
called doubles.
Look at the ambiance.
Yes.
It's a beautiful day. It's the beauty of Toronto.
Is that all you want?
Yes. Anybody want to add any more?
Andrea, what's your advice?
I don't know. I just think it's about time that people start to diverse and start to reflect on different cultures, and I think this is an amazing
You're
thing.
here.
I'm glad Latoya has opted to do this and bring us
don't need to
on.
fight then.
I'm not West Indian, but
What are you?
I'm Sri Lankan, Portuguese, Dutch.
Close enough.
But my
Trini.
closest
I'm the resident Trini.
my closest friends are West
Hence
Indian.
the
and
doubles.
Hence the double.
I,
You know,
love,
when
I love the culture.
When I... The day the Caribbean way. Oh, chow. Lord, I love chow. I'm an addict, but I prefer mango and pineapple. Oh, see, all this little equipment. Need to come back for some of that. Okay, you know the ingredients. A little black pepper, sea salt. Gotta have some lime and some matuk's pepper sauce. I don't want to interrupt you if you're deep in something, but I just want to ask you a quick question.
What's that, boss?
What does it mean for you to be a part of this event, Dismantle?
It's a very special thing. We've been able to, with Gordon's invitation, showcase the African diaspora in a colonial environment. It's pretty incredible.
Good, good. Yeah, and your food, bring in your food. And chow is my favorite Trini thing.
Oh, respect.
I mean, doubles is cool, but chow,
Chow is your
particularly
jam.
pineapple and mango.
Yeah, the mango is.
And I know they chow everything at
Chow
some
everything,
point,
yeah.
so I need to at some point go try. It's like how they jerk everything, they chow everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but you chose to do what are you doing today?
Apple chow.
Apple chow, which I never even think of.
Well, I tell you why we did Apple Chow, because this whole Dismantle exhibit is crossing the bridge of where the African diaspora and the colonial diaspora meet. So this grounds here was partially an apple orchard. So we drew inspiration from the apple orchard of these colonial grounds and brought it to the African diaspora of the Caribbean recipe. And we're mashing them up together.
Beautiful.
That's why we're doing here.
Beautiful. Great. Thank you.
Thank you, my
All
brother.
right. And you're doing it in a little while, right?
3:45, 10 minutes or so,
So
10,
to
15
come
minutes.
because I want to try it.
Yeah, come back, man.
All right.
All right?
Thanks.
Respect.
All right. I had to come over and say hello because I saw you working.
Working.
I mean, like moving. Working it, W-E-R-K, as opposed to, I know you're always working, W-O-R-K, but good. And I'm glad we still have you for a little bit. When are you leaving us?
The end of June.
Oh, so you're here for a bit. Good to see you in person. I didn't make it to the Grad X, but
No worries.
I usually just go and wander. I know, but not with you doing your thing.
I know, but the others are gonna do it, so it continues, and they're gonna pick like different ones. Or
So,
whatever.
from someone like you, what do you think about this Mantle being in this space?
This Mantle exhibition kind of showed me what is possible in terms of like Black folks reclaiming space. There's a way in which like a lot of times we feel like we have to create our own spaces or we have to fit ourselves into a space, but actually to kind of reclaim a space. Like I'm surprised by the fact like how much I feel at home in this space because all the aspects that I value about who I am culturally is in that space, right? So it shows what is possible, and I'm hoping to see more takeovers, reclaiming.
I like takeover.
Takeover, reclaiming of space in this particular way, so that again communities can see themselves in the space. So. Especially looking for like, what's the next Indigenous takeover?
Yes,
right. That's
that
becoming
particularly.
the Indigenous
That
takeover
part.
space because I think it is so important for us to see that we belong here, right? And art and design is an amazing way to give that form.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're wrapping up my little documenting of the outdoor space today. Stunning.
Well, go in and check me out. I'm in the purple with the better afro than my actual real afro.
I think all afros are good afros.
I know, but he shaped it up better for me in the painting. More idealized version of my afro.
I love it. Thank you. All right, dismantlers, I am out.
Take care.
Thank you. Great show. I saw it in winter.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's nice to come back in the summer and experience it differently.
Different experience. I like this, what they set up all around.
Yeah. This has been very wonderful.
Yeah.
It's been a nice day, actually. Yeah.
I was so appreciating that you're a teacher.
Pardon me?
Watching you now, I say
You can see me as a
he's
teacher? Okay.
This is a teacher. And even the way this is all set up, it's about imparting information for folks. So that's, I know, part of your sensibility informing a lot of this. Anyway, shut up.
Did I ever meet somebody that Doug doesn't know?
Doug knows everybody, and Doug is being very. Oh sure, Doug is being very modest. Ask Doug how I know Doug.
No, you have to tell the story.
I've told the story a million times. I think you're getting tired of hearing it.
No.
Doug, this is Doug. This is because of Doug.
Right. You told me that story.
But he's taking it beyond that. I don't think about it anymore because you have what you're doing is so beyond.
This
right?
guy is my friend Marianne.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm just saying, I was showing at the Toronto Artists Project.
Yeah.
This gentleman came up, and I was at the front. His face just changed. He saw the portraits, and he's like, and I think you literally said, was it you or was it another gentleman that said, I see myself in that painting? And then he said, I'm going to tell my friends about this. And two more friends came and they bought the paintings, and then we got to know each other, and that made me really realize the importance of representation. It was literally that meeting changed my life.
Yeah, you did tell me something about
that.
Show me that story. Yeah.
Those words matter.
Those words,
right?
Yeah.
That impacts.
Yeah.
And seeing that you had such a visceral reaction to it, I think was just like, what am I doing? Why am I just doing other stuff? I can do this. And the fact that you, as horrible as this sounds, but I also, the fact that you supported me, you actually bought the work.
Yeah.
And that's what really encouraged me, because, you can be an artist and an activist, but you gotta eat.
Was that the exhibit at the exhibition grounds?
Yeah, at the Artist Project. For many years.
I think we were there when because you scoped it out a couple times.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you know
I
what,
think we were.
actually? You know what?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, you just
And I have video. I could go back and look because I've always been doing this.
Don't say anymore because he's going to send it to you.
That's why they should say more. But before I wrap this up, it's so beautiful. How do you feel about that this has now come to fruition? And I know you're closing today, but it also get extended.
2 weeks.
Oh, 2 more. Okay, good. That's good to know. So I can let people know they can come check
on
it
the
out.
28th.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
Gosh. It's mixed. Like it's been so positive and it's been so fulfilling and it's been an amazing reaction. One of my favorite parts about this exhibit is we have the reflection board where people can write their comments and their feelings on the sticky notes. That has been so uplifting and gratifying. It's also been a lot of work. I've learned how to talk spontaneously on camera a lot.
When you're forced to.
When you're forced to sometimes.
The camera's in your face.
Exactly. When the camera's forced in your face, you learn how to speak on camera. I was actually embarrassed and I kept saying because I should know better. But yeah, it's been an incredible experience, and also seeing how people who know historical museums have come and said we haven't seen anything like this. And that they're taking these concepts back home with them. We had a tour from all around Canada. People came and they want to take these ideas back home with them and look at ways of refreshing the historic museums that they look after and manage as well. So that's been unimaginable to hear people speak that way about what we've done here.
Beautiful. And the style is immaculate.
Thank you.
From the bowler hat to the immaculate. And I noticed the running shoes coordinates. It's beautiful.
We got to keep the red, we got to keep the red line going.
How do you stay so grounded now you're this big wig?
Oh. I'm not shaking your hand. People like you.
We keep Gordon on his feet.
And Marianne even dyed her hair red. So
Yes.
Oh, a little more red, right?
Red in the back.
And the sunglasses and the glasses too, right? The frames. It's beautiful. Well, I know people want to chat with you. Good to see you, man. I'll come back and check in with you.
It was good to see you, Douglas. Linda, thank you for sticking around.